One of my oldest childhood memories was when I was about 6 years old. Hi, this is Tony Agnesi. It's a story that had been reinforced by my parents' annual retelling. All I wanted for Christmas that year was the Lionel train set that I admired in the 1954 Lionel train catalog. And on Christmas morning, there it was. It was under the tree, along with the other toys and the obligatory socks and underwear. Before I could open the box of my train set, my parents sat me down. They told me that a neighbor boy's father had been laid off and he couldn't afford any presents for my friend. Wouldn't it be nice if I gave up one of my toys so that my young friend would have something under his Christmas tree? Quite a load to drop on a 6 year old, isn't it? I thought it was a good idea and I figured I could go a while longer without new socks and underwear. But I asked, what should I do? And my dad responded, think about what gift would make him the happiest and give him that one. After a long pause and a few choked back tears, I decided that it was the train set that would make him happy. I said it was the one thing I wanted for Christmas, but it would be the gift that would make him happy. He can have my train set. The proud look on my parents' face is something I remember to this day. My dad removed the train set box from under the tree, and I began to open my other gifts. As I tore open the paper from the underwear, I noticed behind the tree was a Lionel box, just like the one I had given up. It was the train set from the 1954 Lionel catalog that I wanted so badly. You see, that year my dad had a good year at work and was able to afford two train sets, one for me and one for my friend. Giving up the toy was just a test to see if I would be willing to give up mine for someone in need. I realized that I had passed this unusual test, and I was relieved that I hadn't given up the socks instead. Now, please don't nominate me for sainthood, because I've learned over the years that most 6-year-olds would pass the test. I've seen stories of proud parents, proud of the compassion and selflessness of their young children. So, what is happening only a few years later? The same children complain it's not fair. Everyone has the latest smartphone. I want one too. Am I the only kid without the brand new Xbox? It's this greedy, self-centered, entitled world that they grew up in. We see a constant barrage of Hollywood images of overindulgences. And I wonder, is this a new thing or has it been going on for a long time? As I thought about it, it reminded me of the Nativity story. I've always wondered why not a single man or woman in Bethlehem was willing to give up their bed for a pregnant woman who was about to give birth. Not one. It says something about how we can see a need and just ignore it. I'm comfortable in my bed. It's sad that my Savior has to be born in a manger. I wondered what would happen if you'd pose that question to a 6-year-old at Christmas. If you knew that Mary had nowhere to go to have her baby, would you be willing to give them your bed for a night so that Jesus could be born comfortably? I'd be willing to bet that every 6-year-old would pass the test. Over the years, I kept that train set still in the same box, just as if it were brand new. It has moved with me from apartment to apartment and home to home. It always reminds me that we must become like children and humble ourselves. Do you believe in the message of the incarnation? If you do, what would you be willing to give up? If you enjoy these reflections, we invite you to subscribe or follow us here on YouTube and Facebook. And if you feel someone could benefit from seeing them, please share on your social media. May you have a blessed Christmas and a fantastic 2021. God bless you. This is Tony Agnesi.